Hey traders, welcome back to another video. In this video, I have brought you a very simple yet very effective chart pattern that you can use in your trading to predict with high probability about the trend continuation or trend reversal. And this chart pattern works in all the markets, be it stocks, Forex, crypto. You will find this pattern working in all these markets. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first of all, let's understand the structure of this pattern. In this pattern, we can see that we will be using this pattern to detect trend reversal and trend continuation. So first, let's look at the trend reversal. So in case of trend reversal, we need to look at the prior trend because either the trend will be turning from bullish to bearish or bearish to bullish. So for the reference, here we are using the trend reversal from bearish to bullish. So here we can see the trend is already in the bearish direction. And after that, there is the formation of this pattern in which the market is making these triangles, and every next triangle is smaller than the previous one. So here we can see that the region forming here is acting like a resistance zone. And this is a level from which the market is bouncing back multiple times. The buyers are trying to get to this level, break this level, but the sellers keep pushing them down. But one thing we can notice with the formation of these smaller and smaller triangles is that sellers are getting weaker and weaker because in the first triangle or in the first swing, we can see that the sellers were able to make this very big move. But this move was reduced in the second triangle, and similarly in the third triangle, we can see even a smaller triangle forming. So if the sellers had moved the market even below this previous low, then we would have said that now sellers are still in control. But with the formation of every next small triangle compared to the previous one, the sellers are getting weaker and weaker, and the buyers who were trying to change the trend from bearish to bullish are able to do so once the market breaks from this level, this kind of resistance zone that has formed with a very bullish move, with a long bodied or big bodied candle or any bullish pattern. If they break this level with that much momentum, then we would know with high probability that now market is going to move in the bullish direction and the trend is going to change from bearish to bullish after the formation of this chart pattern. And the way to trade this chart pattern is to target the same number of pips that are present in the height of this first triangle. So we'll take that same height and put it here after this level, and we'll target the height or the same number of pips as present in this first triangle. Now let's look at the case where this pattern acts as a trend continuation pattern. So again, here we need to look for the prior trend in the market. The previous trend is, as we can see, bullish. And here, this pattern is same. The only thing that's changing is the previous trend in the market. So here we can see the same trend is forming. Every next triangle is smaller than the previous one. So here, when the buyers were very strong prior to the formation of this chart pattern, within this formation, we can see the buyers are trying to push the market in the bullish direction, but sellers keep pushing them down. So with every next wave, we can see the buyers are still holding on to that momentum because they are rejecting the sellers, they are pushing the market in the other direction, and the market is making these lower highs. And here we can see the formation of same kind of resistance zone that was forming in this pattern here. So once the market breaks from this region with high enough momentum, we would know that sellers who tried to take over or control this trend were not able to do so because market is still moving in the bullish direction and breaking this level with high enough momentum that buyers are able to carry on the momentum that was present previously. If the market had made a lower low here, for example, if the market had made a pivot around here, then we would look at this differently. But since there's no formation of this lower low, the market is still making higher lows. So that's why we know that sellers are getting weak and buyers are still holding on to that momentum. So that's why this pattern will act as our trend continuation pattern. Now let's look at an example to confirm what we have discussed is actually true. So here we can see that we are on NVIDIA chart at 4-hour time frame, and around this chart, we can see the previous trend is in the bullish direction. And if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that there's a formation of the same chart pattern that we have just discussed. There's the formation of this very big rectangle, and after that there's smaller rectangle, and then there's another smaller rectangle, and the price keeps getting rejected from the same level. So there's the formation of these lower highs, and we can see the sellers getting rejected and buyers still holding on to that momentum. Now, as I said, we need to look for the candle that breaks this level from which the market is getting rejected. So this candle, this big bodied bullish candle, suggests that buyers are breaking this region with high enough momentum that market is not going to come back. The prior trend that was previously present in the market before the formation of this kind of structure, this pattern, is still gonna hold on, and market is still gonna move in the bullish direction. So in this case, this pattern is acting as a trend continuation pattern, and the way to trade this trend continuation pattern is to use the supply and demand zones in trading. So here we can go to a lower time frame, and if we look close enough, we can see the formation of this base rally demand zone. Now, the demand zone was complete at this candle, and we would place our pending buy limit order, or we would place our pending buy or buy limit order at this zone. We'd put our stop loss below here, and after that, we can see on the very next candle, the market picked these pending orders, and now we are trading in real time. And here we would target the same number of pips as we discussed that were available in the height of this first triangle. So we'd take those number of pips, we would put them as a target here, and then within this region, after the breakout from this zone, we would only take buy trades. We would not take supply zones or sell trades, because that would be against the market bias. So once our first trade is open, we would let this trade close before taking another position. And since here, after the breakout from this zone, we can see that orders got executed at this demand zone. If we go ahead and measure the risk to ratio of this region, then we can see that we can put our stop loss at the low of this zone. Our entry is here, and for target, we'll be targeting this same number of pips as present in the first triangle. And this is almost 25 risk to reward ratio, which is very high risk to reward ratio when we talk about trading using supply and demand method. So here, as long as our first trade, our one trade is open, we are not going to take any other position. If we take profit early, or if this trade hits the stop loss or break even, then we would look for another opportunity. But once this trade is going on, we will not open any other position, even if there is a signal of demand zone after the formation of this first demand zone. So you can see this is a 25 risk to our ratio, and this is an example of using trend continuation pattern. And as you can see, the theory behind this pattern is very simple, but you can see it in action and it works out pretty well. Now let's go ahead and look at another example, that is the formation of this pattern where the market changes its direction from bearish to bullish. So we can see the formation of similar kind of pattern. The previous trend is bearish in nature. Then there is the formation of these smaller and smaller triangles. And at the last triangle, we can see the market breaking out from this resistance zone with a very high momentum in the formation of this big bodied bullish candle. So we take the same number of pips as present in the first triangle, we would put that as target here, and then after that we can look for opportunities in this region. We can look for buy opportunities. We would not take any sell trade, because after the confirmation from this region, we know the market is moving in the bullish direction. So we would only take buy trades, and we would place long positions, and we would avoid taking any sell trades. So I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I would love to answer them. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.